Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, my English class. This is Luisa. This is my blog 001. So this is my first video, and this vlog aims to help those people or individuals who are still struggling with some grammatical rules or grammatical structures, and I hope that I will be able to help you enhance or improve your grammar skills or your English skills in general. Okay, so I've been teaching for over 30 years now, and I've been doing this for ages, and I decided to create this video because I know that there are still a lot of people who really want to learn about things in grammar, especially those very complicated ones. And since we are still facing this pandemic right now, and still a lot of people are staying home, and so this is now the right time for you to attend a class on YouTube. So this is an English class on YouTube, so it's like attending an English class, but you don't need to pay a fee. It's a class for free on YouTube, guys. So this is for you. So to start, I would like to introduce my English class or my YouTube channel with the 8 parts of speech. And what are these 8 parts of speech? I know that probably most of us learned this when we were in elementary, perhaps for other people in middle school, in senior high school, in college, or in university, or even in a language school. For those who are not using English as their first or second language, probably you enrolled in a language school to enhance your English skills. And probably some of you also probably studied in an English training center to polish up your English as well. This YouTube channel, my English class, will also help you actually to brush up your grammar and to improve your sentence structure and many other things about learning the language English, which is our global language. But anyway, so we start with the 8 parts of speech. Okay, so what are these? It's necessary that we learn these 8 parts of speech so that we are also able to use them more correctly, more accurately, more effectively, and probably to help us be more confident in using the language because we know the rules, okay, or we know these 8 parts of speech and we know how to use them more properly in our speaking and in our writing. Okay, so let's start with, of course, the first one, nouns. So what are nouns? Why do we need to learn nouns? What are these nouns? So when we say nouns, these are words that we use to name a person, name a place, name a thing or an object, or an animal, an idea, or a perception. So these are all examples of nouns. So I have some examples here. For example, Luisa, that's my name. It's a female name. And people, of course, a group of individuals. Vancouver, which is a place, it's a city, and this is where I live right now. Okay, so when we say noun as a place, it names a city, a town, a country, or a specific area or location. Okay, and we also have an example here, which is a name of an animal, which is a cat, and other examples could be a dog, a snake, a fish, a lion, a tiger, a bird, and many other things. And I also have another example of a noun, which is, it's an idea. It's a virtue, for example. It's a perception. I have an example here, which is kindness. Other examples could be happiness, loneliness, tolerance, arrogance, and many other things. So anything that names a person, a place, a thing or an object, an animal or an idea, a thought or a perception, these are all examples of nouns, and we should be able to use them correctly in our sentences, okay? So the next part of speech is what we call pronouns. So what are these pronouns, okay? Now look at these examples that I have on the board, and these are some of the commonly used pronouns. There are different kinds of pronouns, of course, but I just want to give you first the most commonly used pronouns, okay? So we have I, okay? First person, I am a teacher. You, it's a second person. You are watching me right now. And the third person is he for male, she for female, and it for a thing or an animal. And these personal pronouns have, of course, these are singular forms, okay? And we have also the plural forms like we, you, they. So again, these are personal pronouns, and these are some of the most commonly used pronouns. Okay? Now, the third example are the verbs. So what are verbs? Verbs are usually action words. Okay? And these are the things that we do or things that we don't do if it's negative. But not all verbs are action words. There are some non-action verbs, okay? But examples of action words are play, dance, run, serve, stay, study, go, do, eat, sing, and many more. So these are verbs, and these are action words, and we usually use them, okay, after a subject. And a subject in our sentence is either a noun or a pronoun. Okay. But of course, there are also examples of verbs that are non-action. Like this verb be. Am, is, are, was, were. These are verby or linking verbs, and these are non-action words. And there are still other examples of verbs. Mostly are action words, but there are also a lot of examples of verbs that are non-action, and we should know how to use them as well. And I see a lot of people who are confused with this, okay? So I will give you more examples of this, just like what I've said. This is just an overview of grammar, okay? Next would be adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that we use to describe nouns or pronouns. Okay, so these are words to describe a person, a place, a thing or an object or an animal, an idea, a perception or a value, a virtue, and so on. Okay, so examples of adjectives are beautiful, kind, smart, gentle, far, near, weak, strong, small, big, short, long, green, black. These are all examples of adjectives. Anything that we use to describe or modify a noun or a pronoun, we call this adjectives. And of course, there are also other examples of adjectives, and these are determiners like articles, for example, like the, on, a. Okay, for example, the girl. The is a determiner. A boy. Is a determiner. An apple and is a determiner. So these are also examples of adjectives. So anything that modifies a noun or a pronoun is an adjective. Okay, so let's continue with number 5. And these are adverbs. So what are adverbs? So there are different kinds of adverbs too. Okay, but most of these adverbs were formed from adjectives, meaning adjective, you add ly at the end of an adjective, then it becomes an adverb. Okay, for example, beautiful is an adjective, beautifully is an adverb. But what are adverbs? Now, adverbs are words that we use to describe actions. Okay, so that's one. Or adverbs are used to describe how frequently things happen, like how frequent things happen. Okay, like always, sometimes, seldom. These are examples of adverbs as well. So we call this adverbs of frequency. But most adverbs, again, are with the ly and they are formed from adjectives. So we use these adverbs to describe how things are done, how frequent things happen, like those examples that I gave you: always, sometimes, seldom, frequent, or frequently. It's an adverb. Okay. So number 6 would be prepositions, and prepositions are quite confusing for many, and I totally understand, because I heard that some languages actually use just probably 2, 3, or 4 prepositions, but in the English language there are many prepositions, and sometimes they can be confusing. When do we use on, in, and at when we say, for example, we use time? When do we say on, in, and at when we mean a place? So they can be confusing because in some languages they only use probably 1 or 2 to mean a time or to mean a place and things like that. Okay, so prepositions are words that are used to relate words to other words. Okay, they show relationship between this word to another word. Okay, and commonly used prepositions are on, in, at. We have to, from, although. These are just few of the many prepositions that are used in the English language. Okay, and we will be studying those in my English class, my YouTube channel. When do we use on, in, and at to mean time? When do we use on, in, and at probably to mean a place? On, in, and at to mean a position or location. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Now, number 7 is conjunction. And what are conjunctions? Conjunctions are words to connect words, phrases, or sentences. Okay, and commonly used conjunctions are and, but, by, or, nor, yet, and there are many other examples of conjunctions, guys. And so I will give you more examples of this. Okay, so again, when we say prepositions, these are the words that show relationship between words. This word is used to show its relationship to another word, while a conjunction is used to connect words. So these are connectors. Okay, so the last one is what we call interjections. And interjections are usually, actually, when you use interjections they end in exclamation point. meaning we use this to express a feeling. In most cases, strong feeling of surprise, disappointment, disgust, excitement, or a simple greeting. If you express this in a very strong feeling, this one is with an exclamation point, so it's an example of an interjection. For example, hello, hello, oh my goodness, what? So these are examples of interjections. So again, we have the 8 parts of speech here, guys, and we should know when to use these words more like these parts of speech more properly. And in our next videos, I will give more examples, like how to use them more effectively. And actually, my second blog will be basic sentence structures. So for those who are still a little bit confused or not so confident in giving even basic sentences or simple sentences, watch out for my second video, because that will be my next lesson. So if you have any questions, or probably you want to comment about my first blog in my YouTube channel, my English class, please do so. And if you want me to cover something here or anything that still confuses you, and probably sometimes even if you read a grammar book, or probably you've been watching some YouTube videos, and if there is still something that is not very clear, let me know, and I hope that I'll be able to help you. Okay, so please, for my next video, watch out for that. But please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, share if you can, and please stick with my English class, and I promise you that I will be giving you more lessons that will help you enhance or improve your English skills. Okay, so that's all for today, and see you next time. Bye, and have a great day or a great evening. It's already evening in the place where you are right now. Okay, thank you, and see you. Bye.